Hey there ant fans, welcome to another Ants on the Rock product review. I'm going to show you some of my latest purchases. This is the A5 hybrid nest with meter from Best Ants UK. The large hybrid nest in gold designed for carpenter ants, also from Best Ants UK. Two different size Outworlds from Best Ants UK. This is the small and here's the large. As it was Christmas, Best Ants UK also sent me 2 more ant colonies, so that's absolutely amazing of them. Watch the end and I'll introduce them then. And don't forget to press that subscribe button if you want to see my future content. Loads new content coming out soon. So first, let me introduce the A5 hybrid nest with meter from Best Ants UK. I really like this nest. It's one I already use with my other ant colony. So this nest comes with 2 ports, one on each side. So that gives the ants their access points. And inside it's got plenty of space and this nice little sand effect that I'll show you a close up of now. As you can see, lots of space in there for a growing colony. Now this nest also has some really cool features, which is one of the main reasons I like it. It has this little hole in the middle there that's blocked with this cork that's easy to feed them through. Simply just take it out, pop your food in, put it back in, and it's nice and secure. Really good design that, so you can feed them in the nest. Another big feature of this is the natural sponge that we use to hydrate it. You literally just add a bit of water to this and it holds it really well, and it's not going to go mouldy or decompose or anything like that because it's a completely natural sponge. That's brilliant. The next feature is the monitor, and honestly this is my favourite part of the whole nest. It's a humidity and temperature monitor that's separated by a fine mesh underneath. And then as covers, it comes with 2 different covers. It comes with a red cover that you can still see through, so most ants still think they're in the dark and it doesn't disturb them as much. You can still see quite clearly in there with that cover on. And on top of that, you have the blackout cover, which just sits neatly on top there. Obviously now they think they're completely in the dark and you don't have any sight access to the nest. Both covers come off really easily as well. There's a little bit on the side here that you just lift up, and that will lift both of them if you go to the red one first. And the cork stays nice and secure in place whilst you do that. The red one fits on, you can see the little nib bit on the side there, and then the black one just fits nicely there with another little bit on the side. Cleaning's also really easy with this nest. It's just all these screws come out really easily, the glass pane comes off the front, and you can just give it a nice little clean out with a cotton swab or something, whatever really works for you. Makes it really easy. This is one of my favourite nests that I've seen on the market. It's just really cool, it looks cool, it's well built, well designed. So yeah, right, moving on. We have the large hybrid nest in gold for harvester ants. This is my first time owning this nest. I've never seen it before, so it's really cool to have a look at. Again, this nest has the same inside sand effect that's really cool and keeps it natural looking. And it's also got the same cork hole to make feeding easier within the nest. You do need to make sure that you obviously take any food out of the nest that you put in before it goes mouldy or anything like that. Another feature it shares with the A5 is the natural sponge for hydration. It's a little bit smaller on this nest, so I'm waiting to see how it works really, but I'm sure it will still do the job because it's such an amazing piece of kit. Size comparison between the two, There's not much in it really. The gold one is slightly wider, but they're about the same height. Yeah, to be honest, they're about the same. And that's where the differences start really. So the gold nest has one port on this side and 2 ports on the other side, so that's making 3 ports in total, one more than the A5. Next, a couple of downsides really. The lack of the humidity and temperature monitor is obviously a really big thing. That was one of my favourite parts of the A5, and obviously now I'm going to have to get a monitor to go in the nest, so that's a little bit extra expense. Also, it's not held in by screws, it seems to be glued into place, so cleaning the nest after usage is going to be a little bit harder. Again, it does come with the red see-through cover and the blackout cover, but there doesn't seem to be a lip to make it easier to pull up, and I'm a little bit concerned about how shaky it might be around the cork hole. Apart from that, I'm really excited about using this nest. It looks great. It's going to look great on my ant shelf in the ant corner, and I can't wait to get my harvester ants in there. Right, moving on to the Outworlds. The first one is the small Outworld from Best Ants UK. It looks really cool. It seems to be filled with something plaster or grout or something in the bottom, with a sand effect on top and a few little rocks and stones thrown into the mix, so that's really cool looking. This Outworld comes with 2 access ports and the little connectors there that you can see to connect them. The ports are on either of the short sides. I'll show you how it connects up after. Next, you can also see that it's got completely rounded edges. This should again help with escape prevention. Getting rid of those corners just makes it slightly harder for ants to climb. And then coming to the lid, there's this tiny little air hole here, which again is covered by a really fine mesh. It's much like the larger Outworlds, apart from what's already set up for you. I can't wait to use it, get an ant colony in there, get them running about over those little rocks. It's going to be really cool looking. So moving on to the large Outworld now. This is one that I already use with my other colony. So it always comes with these fake plants and a bag of sand, so that's really cool to get you started on designing your own Outworld. And underneath these are the 2 connectors there, sellotape to the bottom, that you're going to need to connect this Outworld to your nest or other Outworlds. Now, as you can see, it is quite a large Outworld. It's considerably larger than their small. Although it's not as tall as I wish they would go taller to match the width. With a large Outworld like this, it would be perfect for planting small plants, but they soon grow to touch the tops. Again, the portholes are on either of the shorter sides. Right, on the top there is the air hole, same as you saw on the smaller Outworld. The fine mesh on top too. Help with escape prevention. It's also got the same rounded corners that will help with that as well. Next is something that I really do like, is they have little feet, which basically means that these are stackable. You can put one on top of the other on top of the other, and it won't be covering that little air hole on top of the previous one. So these come with the 2 little connectors, same as the small Outworld. What you do is you take these one at a time, like this, and you just go and push it through the side here like this, and it sits in nicely and tight, just like that. They always include the rubber connectors you need to connect the vinyl tubing as well, so that's always really important and handy to have. And all in all, that is the large Outworld. I really like this one because it is so large and stackable, I've got quite a few in my setups, as you'll see as we go further into my videos in more time. They also sent me a few more extra gifts. So with the sand, I got not just one bag, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A few extra kits of plants. There was also some tweezers, lots of packs of honey and vinyl tubing, some smaller test tubes with a cotton bud that I find are really good for making the sugar water in, a pipette and a couple of connectors in there. They also sent me some protein jelly in these syringes. They actually sent me 2, but I'm already using 1, so that's why there's only 1 here in the bag. And then after all of that, and I have to say a massive thank you to Best Dance UK for this, they sent me 2 more colonies that I'm going to introduce to you now. So this is the first of the 2 colonies. I gave them a mealworm and a bit of protein jelly on a bit of tinfoil and slid it in there. They took to it quite well, so I'll just let you enjoy watching them eat for a minute. And this is the second colony that's already been named. As you can see, they were really active. They had exactly the same, a mealworm with some protein jelly on a piece of tin foil. Now the queen was really interested. She was clearly having a little nibble there, taking on lots of proteins via trophallaxis as well. I don't know if you can really make it out, but just there next to the cotton wool is a massive pile of eggs, and I'm talking maybe 20 or 30 eggs, so I'm really excited about that. But they went absolutely nuts for this protein, so I'm really glad about that. So there you go, that is the A5 nest with meter, the large nest in gold for harvester ants, the small Outworld and the large Outworld, all from Best Dance UK. I highly recommend giving them a look. It's really well priced for the type of kit you get. So if you like this video or you want to see more about ants, hit that subscribe button, press the little bell icon to follow me for future videos. We've got lots of different colonies on this channel, all coming featured very soon. So click that subscribe button. And I'll leave you to watch the ants feeding.